Okay, if you're watching this video, it's because you got number 8 wrong. You answered number 8 incorrectly. So the question asks, the author organizes the selection by. All right, so this is asking, how did the author organize selection? They mean the text or the story that we're reading. So how does the author organize the story? All right, so how does the author organize the story? Okay, so this is text structure. This is text structures. All right, and you've been receiving a lot of life work in the past, or you've received a lot of life work in the past about text structure. Okay, so in order to answer this question, I'm going to look at my notes because I found the main idea of each subtitled section. Because I'm a boss. All right, so here we go. The first part is informing the reader about the Air Force One and the difference between Air Force One and regular airplanes. The second section is talking about presidential traveling and why the presidents have to travel. The last section is talking about how you can tell a president's personality based on how they act on the Air Force One. So pretty much how they are in that space. So again, informing the reader about Air Force One and the differences between it and regular airplanes. Presidents traveling and why it's important. Okay, like the history of why they've been traveling and why it's important. And how you can tell the president's personality based on how they act on the airplane. So, the author organizes the selection by. How does the author organize a story? Well, they start off by telling you about the airplane. And like, first of all, what is the Air Force One? They tell you about the reason why it's important for presidents to be able to travel and the history behind it, like historically presidents traveling, and then also the personality, how it's revealed on the airplane, how the president's personality is revealed on the airplane. So I'm looking for an answer choice that's saying all of these things. Okay, so we have comparing, explaining, stating, and describing. Comparing. So comparing is like taking two things and like comparing them. So in the beginning they do compare, but the author, they're asking how they organize the whole text. So the whole thing, not just one part of it. So let's look at F. Comparing different forms of presidential transportation and then providing reasons why traveling on Air Force One is more convenient. They're not comparing different types of presidential transportation. They're kind of just focusing on the Air Force One. They mention some different forms of transportation in the past, but they're not comparing it. Like, Air Force One is the bomb. Like, that's what presidents use. So I'm crossing that one out. G, explaining the advanced technology used on Air Force One and then giving examples of how the president uses it. No, they don't really talk about how the president uses the technology. They just say he has it available. Again, informing us about what the Air Force One is, talking about historically, presidents traveling, and then personality. That's not it. H, stating historical facts about Air Force One and then discussing how it can serve as a mobile command center. Now, this could be a good answer, but the author organizes it by first informing us. Like step 1, he informing us about AFO. Then 2, talking about history, talking about historical presidential. Traveling. And then 3 talks about personality, presidents. Sorry, you guys, I'm writing like Nathaniel. Presidents, traveling, and personality. Okay, so this would be a great answer, but this is not how he starts off or she starts off this article. Okay, so I'm not going to cross it out. I'm just going to keep it, but I'm not really sure. This one says, describing how Air Force One is different from a standard plane. Oh my gosh. Informing us about AFO and how it's special. I think this is good so far. And then providing information about the plane's role in history. Boom. This is my answer. Like, come on, man. H, get out of here. Hopefully that helped you guys.